Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, David, the Wolf Boy of Dimension 76. Oh man, it's been forever since I've done one of these retrospectives. Last time I did one of these was back in the summer when I talked about what I thought of Sonic Underground. Well, a lot's been happening since then, and I really don't want to get into it. Table manners, David! You just start recording and then you just let out a loud supersonic belch? Shame on you! Well, sorry for just waking up, putting my robe on, and drinking my coffee. But yeah, I don't think anybody needed to know that I'm wearing my bathrobe while recording this. But anyway, that's not important. What's important is that we've come here to discuss what I thought of. Hold on. My today's retrospective will be on Sonic X. Oh man, I've had many great memories with Sonic X. It's my absolute favorite of the Sonic TV shows we've gotten in the past. Yeah, I didn't really watch it when I was a kid, but I know some people who did. I did catch glimpses of it on TV when I was young, and that was around the time I think it was around 2004 or whenever Sonic Heroes came out. I do remember seeing an ad for Sonic Heroes. That's where I first heard about Sonic. I got my PS2 for Christmas back in 2004, and my very first PS2 game was The Incredibles, which I still own to this day, and I really might want to get back to playing it because of so many childhood memories. But anyway, back to Sonic X. There are two different versions of Sonic X, the Japanese version and the English version, which was done by 4Kids. Yep, the guys behind that awful dub of One Piece where Sanji is eating a lollipop instead of smoking a cigarette, which he does in the Funimation dub. Seriously, why would they give Sanji a fucking lollipop instead of a cigarette? That's just the worst kind of censorship you could ever come up with. And then we have Yu-Gi-Oh! And I really got into Yu-Gi-Oh! A few years ago, and I've been watching a lot of Little Kribo Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. In Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, they make fun of 4Kids quite a lot, and I don't think they've ever made fun of Sonic, I don't recall. But anyway. Hang on, let me... Come on. Stop being a bitch, laptop. Alright, anyway. Sonic X follows a group of anthropomorphic animals who accidentally teleport from the home planet to Earth after attempting to save one of their friends from their enemy, Dr. Eggman. Well, the first episode starts with Sonic running around Eggman's base, kicking ass, and they see cream and cheese in a cage. And then chaos control happens and Sonic ends up on Earth, and Sonic is chased down by Chris Thorndyke's uncle, who drives Formula One race cars and just tries to catch Sonic. And then Sonic just flies away and just lands in the pool, almost drowns, and then Chris Thorndyke saves him. And yeah. Chris Thorndyke is not one of my personal favorite Sonic characters. In honesty, I prefer Tom Wachowski as a human companion for Sonic. Come on. He's James fucking Marsden. Yeah, James Marsden has been one of my favorite actors for quite some time. I remember seeing him in X-Men as Cyclops, and as Lois Lane's husband in Superman Returns. And I also remember seeing him in Hairspray, and Enchanted, where he played Prince Edward. And now, he's going to reprise his role as Prince Edward in the Disney Plus movie, Disenchanted. And I can't wait to see Disenchanted on Disney Plus this Thanksgiving. It is going to be awesome. But anyway, back to business. Saved by Chris Thorndike, who helps him find his friends while repeatedly scuffling with Dr. Eggman and his robots over control of the powerful Chaos Emeralds and becoming celebrities. The final story arc, aka Season 3, sees Sonic and his friends return with Chris to their world, where they enter outer space with a newfound plant-like creature named Cosmo, who is Tails' love interest at the time, and fight an army of aliens called the Metarex. The Metarex are some tough motherfuckers that really cause a lot of problems for Sonic and crew. I do not plan on featuring the Metarex as villains in the Sonic and Sonic series. Besides, they've already got the Dark Brotherhood of Solaris to deal with, and those are some tough motherfuckers, let me tell you that. The rest of the human cast, besides Chris, was alright, just your generic, everyday life human characters in cartoons. Like, we have Chris's friend, Chris's teacher, who is actually a spy, kind of like Randall from Sonic the Hedgehog 2 revealing himself as a agent of gun at the wedding after they fire an electrical net at Sonic and all the wedding guests pull out tasers. I don't know why they pull out tasers instead of actual guns, because I guess it's a PG movie and they're not allowed to use actual guns, so they just pull out tasers. I mean, Wade pulls out an actual gun in Sonic the Hedgehog, the first movie. Table manners, David! Have I told you this already? Is it how, Eugene? Yeah, I'm basically David's babysitter. Telling him right from wrong. I'm like David's conscience, if you will. Like Jiminy Cricket and Pinocchio. Eugene, I told you this, I didn't very much care for Pinocchio. Didn't you see my review on YouTube? Yes, I did, David. And it was a pretty good review of Pinocchio. Can't wait to see other reviews, like Black Adam, maybe Hocus Pocus 2, but I'm not sure. And Disenchanted, and do you think you might want to do one on Strange World, that new Disney movie? I might, but that's not what we're here for. Anyway. Yeah, I can't snap. Here we go! I mean, there's also Deco and Belko, which are Eggman's henchmen, while in the other games we have Orbot and Cubot. And then there's Agent Stone with his steamed Austrian goat milk lattes. I'm still laughing at that one scene from Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Now spread your fingers! Now wiggle them! Wiggle your digits! Yes! Like you just finished a big musical number! And then Agent Stone just does jazz hands. I quote that scene all the time from Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Also, you're gonna tell me what I want to know. So I'm asking you, for the last time, what would you like on your bagel? As much as I want to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 2, that's not what we're here for. But anyway, I do love Cosmo in the third season. She's definitely perfect for Tails at the time. And then, after Cosmo kicked the bucket, we have Zoe from Sonic Boom. I incorporated Zoe into the Sonic and Sonic series in Sonic and Sonic's Bathrobe Party, where she works as a waitress at Red Robin. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna feature her again in future videos. But anyway, we all know who my least favorite character is. I mean, some of you might not know this, but I fucking hate Bo-kun. Especially that awful voice of his. Like, if you hear him, Bo-kun, having a conversation with Alvin and the Chipmunks, your ears are gonna bleed. No exaggeration. It's like nails on a fucking chalkboard. That's how you best describe Bo-kun's voice. I mean, I know he's a messenger robot for Eggman, with a particular proclivity for pyrotechnics, as Professor McGonagall says. You know, I can't do an impression of Professor McGonagall, but there's somebody on TikTok who does a very good impression of Professor McGonagall. A spot-on impression, even. I don't remember her name, but yeah, she's on TikTok, and she does the best impression of Professor McGonagall I've ever heard. Anyway, I do like Mr. Tanaka, and I do like Ella the Maid, even though Ella the Maid is voiced by Mike Pollock, doing a Mexican accent, and he doesn't even try to sound like a female. I mean, he sounds pretty convincing enough, but the only time that a male doing a female voice works for me is Edna Mode from The Incredibles. Like, I don't say the same thing about Bob's Burgers, because the guys who voiced Bob's Burgers women are just not even trying. That's why I don't watch Bob's Burgers. I mean, I did see the Bob's Burgers movie in the theaters, but I don't very much care for Bob's Burgers. I know some people are going to come after me saying, "What the hell, David?" Well, sorry, it's just my own personal opinion about Bob's Burgers. I think there are some people out there who can agree with me. So yes, we have a very colorful cast, like Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Cream Cheese, Cosmo. Cream and Cheese make their debut in, I believe it was Sonic Advance, I want to say. Let me look up Cream the Rabbit's first appearance. Cream the Rabbit. Cream first appeared as a playable character in Sonic Advance 2. She returned in Sonic Heroes as part of Team Rose, and then again for Sonic Advance 3. And the last time we saw Cream was Sonic Generations. We haven't heard from her since. I mean, I don't know if she was set to appear in Sonic Forces, but I don't think Cream would have fit into the story of Sonic Forces. Or Blaze the Cat, for that matter. It would be awesome if we saw Blaze the Cat and Cream the Rabbit in Sonic Prime. But don't get your hopes up. And then we have Shadow in Rouge. And of course, I enjoyed the first and third seasons, but the second season was just retellings of classic games like Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, and Sonic Battle for the Game Boy Advance, where there's this golden robot called Emerl, but for some fucking reason they just call him ML. Like, the R is silent. Like, seriously, that R was not meant to be silent, you dumb shits. Anyway, where were we? So yes, despite all those flaws I mentioned, Sonic X is a true masterpiece. And the best Sonic TV show in recent history. I know some people might disagree with me and say Sonic SatAM is the best Sonic TV show. Well, some people might agree with me about Sonic X. Well, I don't think I can say the same about Sonic Boom. And Sonic Boom will be my next video. But I do remember them making a Leapfrog Leapster Sonic X math game, where you have to solve simple math problems to get through. It's not like there's algebra or geometry or calculus. Like, seriously, you expect an elementary school child to learn calculus? Like, I never took calculus in school, but I did take algebra and geometry. Why are you talking about school, David? This is a YouTube channel for entertainment and comedy, not education and school stuff. Who the fuck are you supposed to be, Bill Nye the Science Guy? Sorry for that. Anyway. While I do enjoy Chris, there are some things about him that I didn't very much care for. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said earlier on in the video, I prefer Tom Wachowski, aka Donut Lord, as a human companion for Sonic. I mean, Tom kicks a lot of ass, and he's like a father figure to Sonic. Yeah, one of my favorite moments before Sonic gets captured by Gun is like in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 after Tom tosses the ring and there's snow everywhere. Sonic, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, that's good. Because you're in so much trouble! I don't know why I memorized that particular scene word for word. Like, I've done that a lot with the first Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic the Hedgehog 2, despite me only seeing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 3 times. Twice in the theater, once on Paramount Plus. I mean, I have the Blu-ray, I just haven't had time to put it on yet. I'm thinking of putting it on again before I play Sonic Frontiers. And possibly before Sonic Prime comes out on Netflix in the winter. But yes, Sonic X. I have nothing but praise for this show. It is definitely one of my favorites of all time. I just love the episodic structure of Sonic X, where it's all one big overarching story, kind of like Avatar The Last Airbender. As much as I want to talk about Avatar The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra, I probably shouldn't, because I'd be going off topic, and we're just here to talk about Sonic X and nothing else. Time matters! Zowie, Eugene. Also, the theme song for the English version, Gotta Go Fast. It's become a staple among the Sonic the Hedgehog fan community. Like, people quote it all the time, and Roger Craig Smith even says it when you put the Sonic Lego minifigure on the Lego Dimensions toy pad to summon him in Lego Dimensions. I mean, he says that among other things. I don't remember what else he says because I don't play Lego Dimensions anymore. That game is dead. And I want to try to get rid of all those minifigures and all that. I know there's a local game store near me that won't accept Lego Dimensions toys because I looked on the shelves and I saw no Lego Dimensions toys. I mean, I might just donate those Legos to Children's Toy Drive, but I don't know if they'd want to play with those kinds of minifigures. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I did work on Sonic and Sonic Adventures in Lego back in 2017 on my old channel. I mean, it's on my new channel, like this one. You'll have to go check it out. It's one of my personal favorites. But anyway, I did not see the Japanese version of Sonic X, and I might check it out one of these days, but I'm not sure. Bloody hell, David! How many times are you gonna let out a loud supersonic belch? This is your fourth time in this video! Wait, you can't count? No bloody shit I did! Anyway, sorry about that. Yes, I also recall Sonic whistling a few times in Sonic X. Like, there's one scene in the Sonic Adventure segment where Sonic is just standing on top of a mountain with his fingers to his lips and letting out a loud, long whistle. I don't know why he did that, but for the longest time, I have no idea how to whistle with my fingers in my mouth. It's just too fucking complicated. I prefer my own method of whistling. Yeah, that kind of whistling. There's probably going to be people in the comments saying how good of a whistler I am. I mean, I whistle in almost every video. Yeah, just had to whistle again because I love to whistle. I don't think there's much else to say about Sonic X that I haven't already covered. I mean, Sonic and Knuckles have their disputes, which go on for every damn season. And the 4Kids cast return in various games like Sonic 06, Sonic and the Secret Ring, Sonic Unleashed, Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. And then there's Roger Craig Smith and his crew. And the only returning 4Kids actor is Mike Pollock. Because Mike Pollock is irreplaceable as Eggman. Well, him and Jim Carrey. Because Jim Carrey is perfect casting for Robotnik. Like, I wouldn't have imagined anybody better. Like, I mean, Bryan Cranston would have made a fine Robotnik, but there's no one like Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey has played villains before, and his performance as Dr. Robotnik in Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 were just flawless. But anyway, I think that's everything I wanted to cover for my retrospective on Sonic X. Can't really recall anything else I want to cover, but I feel like I pretty much covered everything. That's the 5th bloody time, David! Right, anyway, I think that's all from me now. Stay tuned this fall for my upcoming retrospectives on Sonic Boom and OKKO Let's Meet Sonic. And then I'll be ready for Sonic Prime this winter. And stay tuned for Sonic and Sonic and Infinite World of Pain Part 3 and my upcoming review of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Anyway, that's all from David the Wolf Boy of Dimension 76. I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye!